my name's Tyler. I got diagnosed with alpha-gall syndrome, AGS as we like to call it, 2019 off of a tick bite while turkey hunting. But tonight I'm going to show you an alpha-gall friendly recipe for meatballs. Everybody loves meatballs, but more importantly, turkey meatballs. So these are awesome. I got a nice recipe for you. The neat thing about meatballs is that they freeze really well. There's a lot of things you can do with them. You can add them to soup, you can add them to your spaghetti, whatever you want to do. Make a meatball sub, a little bit of marinara, we can do it. So first, I'm actually starting here with some Kirkwood. I got this from Aldi's. It's all natural. There's no any funny stuff in it. I haven't had any issues with it at all. I ate it for quite a while. I really like Aldi's. They got a lot of alpha-gall friendly food as well. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna open her up here. Oh wait, I forgot. We gotta start with this. So what we're gonna make here. Another thing about this recipe is it's actually gonna be gluten-free. I know along with AGS, a lot of people have other intolerances to stuff. So gluten-free is really popular right now. So I'll just set that back here. But what we're gonna start. We're going to use some panko. So this is actually like made from rice. It's not bread. There's no dairy in it. It's gluten-free. We're going to start first off, crack us 3 eggs. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. So we're going to beat these. And mix them up. The old whisk with the little fork, my favorite whisk. So we're going to whisk these up. We're going to end up using, I use 3 eggs on this. I got 2 pounds of turkey here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take, I'm going to do a half a cup. Actually, you know what? We're going to do a cup. Why not? Heck, why not? Let's do a cup. So I got my panko breadcrumbs here. Like I said, they're gluten-free. Who needs that? We don't need that. I mean, come on, whatever. It's whatever. So we're going to do 1 cup here. The reason I'm actually doing this right now is I'm going to let this panko soak in this egg. A lot of meatball recipes actually call for milk to be added to this and a little extra Parmesan cheese. We ain't going to do that because we got issues. So yeah, we'll do about a cup there. Take this, throw it in there. Give it a little bit of stir. A little bit of stirring up with these eggs here. Gonna make a little bit of a paste. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this breadcrumbs soak up. Soak up these the egg whites and the yolks and everything here before we actually start mixing our turkey. So we'll just throw that to the side here. Take a little cup, now we don't need that anymore. Next, I got 2 onions here. So I got a half a yellow onion, white onion. I'm just going to sit here, top off this. We're going to mince this sucker up. So a lot of people do minced onions. I mean, heck, if you really want to do dried onions, they're kind of expensive. But fresh onions are the best way to go, in my opinion. Cut all this off, get all this out of here. I like to mince mine super fine, super thin. A lot of people don't like a lot of bitiness of their onions in there. I mean, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do, you can do it however you want. That's fine, or as coarse as you want. But you still want a good mince on here. Nice thin onions. Give them a nice quick little chop here. Get them all minced up a little bit more. Let's go over here to the freezer. Alright, quick tip here. I pre-froze my mixing bowl that I'm going to use for my turkey. Kind of keeps the meat a little bit cool because this isn't completely thawed out, but it keeps it nice and cool so I don't overwork the meat. Big thing is you don't want to overwork your turkey. Keeps at a nice temperature, and it makes the meatballs that we're going to make a little bit later with this recipe a little bit easier to form. So let's get to mixing here. Alright, we got our mixing bowl. Go ahead and dump our turkey in here. Take our little plastic off the bottom here. We got our onions, we got our turkey. We need to add some spicy goodness to it. So what we're going to do, I actually got some pre-chopped up garlic here. Got me a little bit of spicy goodness here. So what I have in this is I have a tablespoon of parsley and a tablespoon of, not tablespoon, teaspoon. I have, where do I got? I don't even know where. Yeah, I do. I got a teaspoon. I got a teaspoon of oregano and a teaspoon of parsley in this bad boy right here. I got my onions, I got my garlic, my little salt, my little pepper, and we got our panko eggs right here. See, so this is what it looks like after it's set up. That panko's kind of absorbed up in them eggs. It's going to be a good binder since we don't have a lot of cheese in here. Because a lot of meatballs call for Parmesan cheese as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glove up here. I'm going to take my meat. I'm going to take my mix container. Take my onions. Sprinkle my onions in. Now my garlic, I ended up doing about 3 cloves. Garlic, you can do 2, 3, 4. Some people really like garlic, you can. I mean, if it's my opinion, there's no thing, it's like no such thing as too much garlic. I got my herbs and spices here. So these are dried, just from the store. A little tip here is if you actually put them in your hand and kind of rub them together, what it does is it livens, it kind of brings those spices back to life. So I'm going to mix these, carefully not to over mix our stuff. We're just going to incorporate them here. Oh, you know what we're forgetting?
What's that?
You know what we're forgetting, Chandler?
What's that?
Alright, let's see here. We don't need that glove. A little salt and a little pepper. So you can do about, ooh, a little crazy there. Do about, tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. I'm just going to do a little bit of a pinch of salt here. Now this is kosher salt. This isn't table salt. That's what I prefer to cook with. Table salt reserved for the tables. Kosher salt is reserved for the kitchen. I should say reserved for the kitchen. Hang on, we got some. Oh, we'll make them a little spicy. How many? Well, man, don't have much red pepper flake left here. Oh, who needs that? Nobody needs that. But we'll throw a little cayenne in it. A little cayenne, make them a little spicy. Just kind of. Not to overdo it, but just give them a little bit of a kick, a little bit of zing, a little bit of spicy. We've got a little black pepper on there, just to add a little bit more. One other key ingredient here, a little olive oil. Throw that in there. Just drizzle, not to overdo it, just a little bit. I use a little extra virgin here. Alright, so we got our mix here. It's a nice little blob. We're going to preset our oven. Do our oven, we're going to bake these bad boys. Do it 350, you can do 350 at like 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, kind of check. Hey, I hear ya. 3 minutes, or 350, 30 minutes, 25 minutes, check them. Or if you're really in a hurry, you can do it for 400. Next up, we got these. I'm gonna take our nice pans here. Set that onion back there. I'm gonna take these pans, you can lay down parchment paper. I don't have any parchment paper right now. We're just gonna a little bit of oil on these. Kind of rub them down here. Rub these. I don't know. We might be able to get them all in here. Who knows? So you can do one of 2 things. If you have one of those nice little ice cream scoopers, got one of these. You want to make your meatballs uniform as possible. So if you want, you can take these, get you a nice little scoop out here, roll it up, smack it on there. Gotta make it set up a little bit. Take another little scoop here. That way you get a consistent size and they actually cook. You get a consistent size and they cook evenly and they're all gonna be done at the same time. Sorry, you're a little fast on that pan over. Alright, we got our meatballs ready. Our oven is ready. So it's at 350. I'm gonna open this bad boy up. I'm gonna put them in. Oh, yeah, I was 2. I had 2 left over. 2, couldn't fit them on the sheet. Yeah, we got 2 there. So we'll throw those suckers in there. Then I'm gonna come up here. We're gonna set a timer. Since I'm at 350, I'm gonna go ahead and set them for 25 minutes. I'm gonna check them. You can get you a nice little thermometer. Oh, there goes the glove. It's not sanitary now, but get you a little thermometer. Being turkey, you're gonna want to cook it to 165. Ooh, look at them bad boys. They look done to me. Now, sit there. If you have a cooling rack, you can put them on a cooling rack, let them cool, and so what you gotta do after you pull them out, let them cool. The neat thing about these is you can get you some freezer bags, Ziploc bags, or vacuum seal them, package them up, throw them in the freezer. They'll keep. Really neat thing about these is you can actually take these to family functions or a grill out or lunch or anything that you're willing to do or going to do that might not be alpha-gal friendly. Super easy to make, and they store well, and you can throw them in anything. Thanks for watching, and wait for my next recipe on how to make some spaghetti and meatballs with them.